Hey there viewers, it's Charlie. I'm back again with another Transformers review. And today's review is going to be on Legacy United Shard. Now, finally taking a look at the Wave 2 figures because, let's be honest, Hasbro sort of dropped the ball with showing off Wave 2. Most, if not all, the figures were leaked way before they were meant to be shown, and honestly, that live stream every Thursday was kind of a bad idea looking back. Because, yeah, they waited until, like, what, the third live stream to show off Wave 2, and by that point, almost every figure in Wave 2, if not all of them, had been shown off. So, yeah. In fact, like, there were online retailers that was selling these figures, so you could get them before they were officially shown. That's how I got Cybertron Starscream. So, yeah. Well, things have died down now, and Wave 2 is now readily available, so let's just hope that this doesn't happen with Wave 3. But anyway, mini tangent aside, here we have Shard, another Infernac universe figure. So, let's go and look at the box. So again, we got the standard United packaging. So here we have Shard in helicopter mode, which I think looks amazing. Of course, Infernac universe, so she's one of the armorizers. We have Shard in robot mode, and again, she looks really cool, just posed like this. Got a close above her head, right here. This side, of course, we got one half of the mural. And here we have Magmatron, which I actually do have. So expect that review coming soon. In the back, we've got Shard in both modes. And of course, armorizer mode, I guess, with gears. And of course, we will be showing that off as well. And well, that's pretty much it for the box. And well, looking at the figure, well, of course, with this being an armorizer, she's meant to be one of the rock figures. Although, she looks to be more made out of crystals. And I think they even said in the stream, she's actually based off of Solitaire from the Rock Lords. So, yeah, this is more of a... She's more made out of crystals than rock, like Magnus was. And actually reading off her TF Wiki page, she's apparently from Dread, that planet from the G1 episode Chaos. So, yeah. I don't know, maybe we can kind of know the armorizers as coming from different planets, like Shard is from Dread, maybe Magnus and Boulder Crasher from Cortex, maybe Nucleus is from that planet that Prime found a Nucleon on. I mean, hey, these guys don't officially have personalities, so if you want to come up with backstories for them, then go ahead. But yeah, apparently this character is from Dread, that one planet that had like all these crystals, so yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen season 3 of the cartoon, so yeah. But looking at this helicopter mode, this is beautiful looking. I mean, a helicopter armorizer was something I was not expecting. I thought it was going to be like the Junkions, where it was just going to be like, oh, truck, maybe a car, maybe a big van. But no, we got a freaking helicopter, which, this looks amazing. I mean, we've got some green crystals here, we've got some yellow ones. Got some, I guess, turquoise crystals. So, yeah. Of course, we've got the, well, I can't really say tail rotor because there's no tail rotor here, but still the back bit that a helicopter normally has. Of course, we just have the hands just peeking out there, but, Barely noticeable if you don't look at the back. But looking at the rotors, these actually do spin quite well. So, yeah. And if you look closely, these actually are some swords. So if you want, these actually can come off and become swords. Another accessory she has, because yes, this is a female. They actually did mention that this character is a female in the stream. So yeah, gender diversity, which is really nice. But another accessory are these two cannons, which kind of remind me of Rotastorm's cannons. But again, these are made out of crystals, so... And then, well, maybe they fire crystals? I don't know. But these can just come off and plug wherever you want. I mean, these panels do come off, so you can probably plug these into here if you want. It's really up to you. Just getting these in. Like there's a little thing that this actually slots into, like you see here. Just want to like hook up with that. There we go. So yeah, like these cannons, these have to be inspired by Rotastorm. I know Celeste Rotastorm didn't have his cannons, but still. Now the underneath, not really any landing gear, but come on, this is a helicopter made of crystals. Of course, realism is not in the cards of this figure. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the helicopter mode. Overall, I really like this. And we're putting her with the other, I guess, armorizers that we have so far. So here we have Magnius and his Boulder Crash. So, yeah. And honestly, this has to be really curious on what Nucleus is going to look like. Because I have heard rumors that he's just going to be a retool of Magnius. So I guess it's sort of like what Axel Grace's was, so it's like a heavy retool of Magnius. Maybe in like purple, sort of like a reference to Nucleon, because you know, Nucleus. I don't know, just have to find out when Wave 3 is either officially shown or hopefully not leaked. But yeah, like these three look really good together. And hopefully once United is all over, we can create a huge rock combiner. Because we could do that with the fossilizers and the junkyards, so who knows? Well, that's pretty much it for the helicopter mode, so moving on to the transformation. So, to get this figure transformed, well, I'm just going to remove the cannons first of all. And as for the rotors, well, there's actually a few different configurations with them, but, well, I'm going to start off with what I call the blackouts. Why do I call it that? Well, it's because you just take these rotors and move them down. Does this orientation look familiar? Yeah, this is essentially how blackouts rotors work. And essentially this configuration is if you don't want to use the swords. So, yeah. But to actually start off, I'm just going to untap the legs, move them down, take this armature, just move that down, untap the legs, rotate them here, get the feet forward, try and just get this actually tabbed in. Actually, there's probably a step I'm actually missing first. So instead, I'm just going to take the arms and tab them and just move them forward. So yeah, just move the arms down. Take the front of the helicopter and just move that down. There we go. And now we can just get the legs in and amputate her. Oops. Just get the legs in. Move the chest down. Rotate the shoulders in. Then just rotate the forearms around. And well, here we have Shard in robot mode. Yeah, that's quite a simple transformation. If anything, I actually think that's a bit more simple than Magnus. Oh, and I forgot, you also have to move the tail bit out. We used to move the tail up, so yeah, she kind of has a tail. But, oh well. But yeah, look at this robot mode. Again, the crystal look is just amazing here. Like, it actually looks like she's made out of crystals. Like, if this guy was one of the rock lords, this is one of the jewel lords. It's just, it makes me wonder if Nucleus is going to be one of the gnarlies. Okay, jokes aside. Let's actually have a 360 off her now. So we can see that, yeah, she does have a massive tail, and I kind of wish that this could, like, fold up a little bit more, but, oh well. Here we can see that, yeah, she can just have the rotors out the way like this, in a sort of blackout-like manner. But this isn't the only thing that you can do, and I will show that soon, but for now, let's just look at the head. And again, that's a really nice looking head sculpt. Plus, light piping! Like, her head is actually light piped. You can see where the light goes through, like... Oh my god, that is amazing. Like, I know light piping has been around for, like, ages. It sort of fell off into Prime Wars and then came back in Siege, but... Still, light piping amazes me whenever I see it. So, yeah. Now, giving her the cannons. Well, she can hold these in a few different orientations, but she can just hold these like so, if you want that. So we can do this. And well, for blaster compatibility, well, we can just plug in some blast effects. And they just go in. Yep, blast effects can just go in like so. So, yeah. Or if you don't want that, we can actually remove all the swords. Like so. And she can hold these swords in a few ways. Unfortunately, she can't hold them like actual swords because there's a little tab that gets in the way, but she can hold them like daggers, I guess. So if she wants to like shiv someone, then she can do that. And she can hold them, well, she can like dual wield like this, sort of Wolverine-like. And I think this is how the side of the box shows her. then these cannons can just go on the sides of the arm. If I can actually get this in. There we go. So now she can both blast and stab people. And of course, she does have some ports on her feet, so if you do want to combine it with the other armorizers, then you can do that. And normally this is where I'd move on to the articulation, but of course, well, she's an armorizer herself, so we can combine her with someone else. So, if we bring in Mr. Should Have Been in Kingdom, well, let's just dismantle Shard. So if we just take off the weapons, take off the swords, and then get to ripping her to pieces. So we just take the arms off, take these front plates off, then just take the legs off, and now we're left with this, which isn't used whatsoever. So we can just like toss this. And what the instructions tell you to do, so we'll just remove Gears' gun. With these forearms, rotate the shoulder 180. Just come around and plug these into the back, like so. And I'm pretty sure this is meant to give him sort of a Dr. Octopus-like effect, where he's got 4 arms. This step sort of confuses me, because it tells you to plug this into the side of the leg, however, well, the actual wheel rim just keeps on pushing this out, so yeah, like, that just does not go in. If I try from the other side, I mean, it fits in better, but if I stand him, then it gets pushed out. And you can actually see on the back of the box, it's meant to go in the size of the legs. However, either by the design flaw, me being stupid, or like, I don't know, this just does not go in. Although, you're probably just meant to actually have it on sideways. So, if anything, I've probably just discovered that I'm a freaking moron. So, if we just do this, put these on sideways, like so. Although, this one's probably not going to fight me. Yep. So, if anything, we're not going to put these on the sides, because they keep getting pushed out. And instead, we're going to put these on as, like, skis, or, I guess, boots. If anything, these will just be, anti-stepping on Lego plates for him. I know it's not as cool, but it's that, or having these constantly fall out of the sides of the legs. Plus, it makes him a little bit taller, so it does count for something. Move the feet down. And this actually does become a weapon. So I guess this is like a bow of some kind. This becomes some sort of gigantic bow. Okay. And then with the, with Shard's weapons, what we're meant to do is plug a sword into here. Like, you see this little notch that's meant to go into like one of the little grooves here. So we got that. And now we just plug one of these into here. So now we have this. And we do the same here. So we plug a sword like so here. And then we just plug a sword into the actual bits here. And just like with the big bow, well, plugs in the top of the fist, plugs in the bottom of the fist. And I guess like these extra hands are for holding Gears' gun or something, so there we go. And now we have this. I don't know if he's gonna actually stand, so okay, there we go, but now we're left with this. And maybe, I think I can see why Gears was left out of Kingdom, because he saw those fossilized accommodations and thought, oh hell no, I'm not doing this. Then he saw Legacy and thought, maybe. And then he just decided to come in at the exact wrong time, just when they were doing this. But jokes aside, this is ridiculous. And I love it. This is absolutely hilarious. Like, we've got a huge bow weapon. We've got like this sword launcher, I guess. And we've got a set of extra arms, and if you're able to actually get them into the size of the legs, the leg armor, well, in my case, they're more just the little shoes. But looking at this, I love this. God, I love the 5mm system. But yeah, let's just get this off of poor Gears now. One of these just came off. Now, two final things. First of all, the articulation. So, Shard can just move ahead, back and forth. There's no up and down movement. The arms can, of course, just fully move around. Although, of course, be wary, because, well, the arms can fall off. She can T-pose. Elbows. About 90 degrees. Bicep rotation. Wrist rotation. Waist rotation. I guess ponytail can move. She can kick forward. She can kick back about that far. Knees. Swivel there, although be careful in case, that happens. She can do the splits, pivot up to there, and a reverse pivot up to about there. Well, probably have the legs reversed, I don't know. And the feet can move, so if you want to do some really dynamic poses, then there you go. And if I just give her weapons back, so finally, here she is with the other armorizers so far. So here's Magnus and Boulder Crash, and they look quite good together. Really has me excited for Nucleus, and I'm pretty sure there's another core class armorizer coming up. If I remember the list correctly. So, yeah. And that's pretty much all I have to say. So, complaints. Now, there are a few complaints. One, I do find that the this can come on tabs quite easily, so... In fact, if anything, this can serve as an unofficial ab crunch. So add that to the articulation, so... Even though this can come... Like, this can come on tabs quite easily, consider it an ab crunch, so... Even though I find it annoying, it can count as a bit of articulation if you want. But yeah, this is meant to stay tabbed in, so they didn't intend this. I also wish that the swords were able to be held, you know, like swords. If you remember, there's a little tab in there that prevents them from being held normally, so she has to hold them like, I guess, punch daggers or swords. She has to hold them like a Wolverine claws or a knife. So she can't really slash at people, she just has to stab them. So, yeah. Also, the tail on the back does kind of get in the way. I mean, it's handy to hold her, but it is a bit unsightly. Maybe this also came off and became a weapon? Like a big club? I don't know. Because, yeah, like, the Armorizer mode is pretty much just taking off her limbs and setting her body up to the side. Which is actually a lot of these guys now. Because, like, back in Kingdom, the Fossilizers utilize every bit of their body for the combined mode, whereas with the Junkions and the Armorizers, it's pretty much just their limbs, and that's it. You don't use their torso. I don't know what the I don't know what the Isa gimmick for next year's line is going to be. It's probably going to be the primes themselves, but still, I hope they don't do that, but they probably will. But still, that does not mean that this is a bad figure. Far from it. I actually love this figure. Like, the crystal look is amazing. The helicopter mode looks really nice. The freaking light piping. I mean, dude. Like, I hope that this figure gets redecorated or retooled at some point. Sort of like what the Fossilizers did, because of course you had Paleotrax and a freaking Dark Energon redeco, you had Ractonite and a freaking Lava Ractonite, you had Wingfinger and, well, that's it, you had Vertebrake and a freaking Mountain Dew Vertebrake. I hope that they do the same with the Armorizers, where you have the standard retail ones, and then you get, like, weird wacky colors with store exclusive redecos. Because I would not mind another version of this figure in some cool colors. You know? Because I freaking love this figure, and I would not mind having it again. Because seriously, this deco is amazing. If anything, maybe have her in actual solitaire colors, you know? Like the light blues. But yeah. But well, do I recommend this figure? Absolutely. This is so far my favorite Armorizer. Like, the helicopter mode is amazing. There's only so many times I can praise this figure without getting repetitive, so I'm just gonna say, buy this figure. I know she's pretty much a nobody right now, but you can come up with a backstory and a personality for her. So, yeah, just come on, buy this figure. So, yeah. So this has been my review on Legacy United Shard, and this is Charlie Young signing off.